if he's going to do something for somebody, he's got to do something for someone else too. It's just a complicated holiday.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button and thumbs up on this episode. You can't hide anything from the Sister Wives community. Also, it is uplifting to get some good news for a change with all the nastiness that has been occurring in the Brown household. The news regarding Aspyn Brown being pregnant with her first child was released earlier this week. We do know this. Aspyn Brown, a star on Sister Wives, is having a baby. I, along with many fans of Sister Wives, was surprised to discover Aspyn giving an interview on her hometown news show. Currently, she is working as the manager at the Kendra Scott retail outlet at City Creek Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. When the 30-year-old shared some fun Mother's Day gift suggestions, she seemed to be well into her pregnancy. Aspyn, dressed in a blue flowered sundress, cradled her growing belly as the audience watched. "And how appropriate that you are having your first little one on the way," the reporter remarked. Aspyn smiled and retorted, "I realize, the family of Sister Wives has not spoken on the newest edition yet. In comparison to some of her other siblings, Aspyn has not been as open about her life. Avalon, Ace, and Archer are the three children of Michael T. Brown, who lives in the same town. When Aspyn's little one comes along, it's safe to say she will have plenty of playdates lined up. This will be Aspyn and her husband Mitch Thompson's first child. Neither has made a public comment on the news yet." When did Sister Wives Aspyn Brown first meet Mitch Thompson, her husband? Mitch and Aspyn were friends for years before deciding to court, Sister Wives viewers learned. In an earlier episode, Kody Brown had said that Mitch had been a family friend for many years. Aspyn and Mitch attended the same church and were raised together in Utah. In school, Aspyn even had feelings for the father. When Kody relocated the family to Las Vegas, the two drifted apart. But Mitch first came out in public as Aspyn's fiancé in season 13. "We went to church together as kids and I had a bit of a crush on him," Aspyn told People. "We went our separate ways until the point where we both just so happened to be in Utah for a protest that my family attended. When my dad's brother asked me how things were between the two of us, I explained that nothing had happened because neither of us had done anything. I so decided to call him." Mitch asked Aspyn out in 2017, and the two were wed in June of 2018. After their honeymoons in Scotland and Ireland, Mitch and Aspyn came back to Utah to begin a family. Now that she's off Sister Wives, what is Aspyn Brown up to too? As per Aspyn's LinkedIn bio, she completed her degree in marriage and family therapy counseling from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas in 2019. She worked as shop manager for Kendra Scott for 4 years. She has also worked as a volunteer for the Alzheimer's Association and Autism Speaks, but Aspyn's last Sister Wives appearance was in season 13 of 2019. Aspyn decided that she wasn't suited for the spotlight after 9 years. Nevertheless, Aspyn has been seen by fans at family get-togethers. Aspyn attended her sister's wedding, her mother's wedding, and her brother Garrison Brown's funeral. She has a strained relationship with Kody, just like her siblings. The father recently revealed that he had a serious talk with Aspyn after he sat down with her. The 18-year-old dad narrated his conversation on the latest Sister Wives show, telling, "Aspyn and I had this lengthy discussion. What did I do? What do you dislike about me?" Aspyn literally asked why I did not like her, Kody revealed on the show, adding that she confronted me, which to Aspyn meant something's amiss. "Sweetheart, I love you, I say, and I always have and always will." Whether or not Kody will be allowed to play Grandpa remains to be seen. We at Reality Tea do want to offer our congratulations, however, to Aspyn and Mitch on this milestone moment. Some positive news is finally available for the Sister Wives family. Earlier this week, Aspyn Brown confirmed that she and her husband Mitch Thompson are having a baby. Of course, Aspyn's parents are Kody Brown and his former wife Christine Brown. In season 13 of Sister Wives, Aspyn and Mitch were wedded in June 2018. As yet, they have not shared the due date, but this will be their first child. Sister Wives Kody and Christine Brown's daughter Aspyn Brown is pregnant. Aspyn boasted her expanding baby bump while helping to promote Mother's Day gift suggestions on Salt Lake City's Fox 13 News. Aspyn is the manager of the SLC City Creek Center Kendra Scott store. Aspyn was suggesting gifts for mom as she herself was having her first child, which the news anchor described as appropriate. Kody announced on Sister Wives a few days ago that he had reconnected with some of his adult daughters in Utah. "I had this long conversation with Aspyn," Kody said in episode 21. "What's wrong, Dad?" she asked. "What did I do? Dad, why don't you like me?" Kody couldn't help teasing Christine. Although he informed her that he loved her and always would, such a relationship without filtering it through my perception of her mother or her mother's perception of me, he asserted was what he wanted. I mentioned that I couldn't really initiate contact with just anyone since there's this site of hurt, Kody added. I am made to feel not welcome because of what occurred within my life. There was no mention of any pregnancy, although Kody informed Aspyn Brown, his last living wife, that the conversation made him and Aspyn closer. She may not have even been pregnant then, since episodes are often filmed months in advance of when they are broadcast. While this will be the first child of Mitch and Aspyn, the Brown family will have 8 grandchildren. It's hard to keep anything under wraps in reality TV, especially for Sister Wives' dedicated viewership. Most fans are still curious about the star's personal life after their stint on the show, and they've seen the ups and downs of the Brown family dynamic. Among the turmoil with Kody Brown and his family, there has been one bit of good news that captured viewers' hearts. One of Kody's daughters from his many wives, Aspyn Brown, has officially announced that she is pregnant with their first child with Mitch Thompson. Joyful reveal when Aspyn was featured on a local news show in Salt Lake City, Utah. It was an unexpected treat for most who closely watch the Brown family saga. Fans were given a glimpse of Aspyn's life outside the reality show lens during the news show, which focused on quirky Mother's Day gift suggestions. Aspyn, who is 30 years old now, was gorgeous in a floral blue sundress as she proudly showed off her growing baby belly. She was observed holding her belly throughout the interview, indicating that her pregnancy was well advanced. Referring to her visible baby belly, a local journalist remarked, "It's great timing that your first child is coming." Aspyn smiled in return, affirming the great news with a simple "I know." For Aspyn and her fans who have been watching her since the beginning of the Sister Wives series, the news was a joyous occasion. Aspyn has kept a relatively low-key profile compared to some of her siblings who have shared a great deal of their personal life on camera. Her choice to keep more of her life out of the limelight over the last few years has had fans speculating and looking forward to peeks into her life. A Utah family that is growing despite Aspyn having kept largely to herself. We can see that she has built a stable and rooted existence for herself. She resides in Utah with husband Mitch, and they are preparing for the arrival of their child. The story of Mitch and Aspyn is one of new love. Since they grew up in the same Utah church fellowship, the two were childhood friends. The two did not begin dating until several years later. Although they shared a common history, Aspyn and Mitch reconnected at a family reunion in Utah where the two of them just so happened to be. They are a tale of destiny. They were brought together by shared history and circumstance. When Mitch asked Aspyn to marry him that summer of 2017, their love was cemented and the next year they were wed. The two went back to Utah to begin a new life together after their honeymoon in the lovely nations of Scotland and Ireland. They are now preparing to begin a new life, becoming parents. A quiet private life. Aspyn has always been quieter than her siblings, particularly Michael T., who has adopted her public persona and appeared on Sister Wives quite often. She indeed departed from the reality show following season 13 after realizing she did not wish to spend the remainder of her life in the limelight. She has not completely disappeared from her family's lives. Though she is not featured on television, she continues to make appearances at family functions. Fans have spotted her at significant events, such as her sister's wedding, mother's wedding, and even her brother Aspyn Brown's funeral. There have been dramatic confrontations between Aspyn and her dad, Kody Brown. Although she doesn't appear on the show, Kody shared a conversation he had with Aspyn in a recent episode of Sister Wives. He called their exchange deep and emotional. In Kody's version, Aspyn confronted him and asked him bluntly, "Why don't you like me?" Kody explained, "I love you," which unveiled the underlying tension between them. "I always have and I always will." This moment exemplified the nuanced dynamics between Kody and his children, several of whom have expressed discontent with the way he mothers or fathers them. Aspyn's life beyond reality television. Aspyn has built a thriving career outside of the spotlight. She has served as a shop manager for many years at the popular jewelry company Kendra Scott. She graduated from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas with a degree in marriage and family therapy. She has been able to create a feeling of security and independence for herself through her work. And she has volunteered with organizations such as the Alzheimer's Association and Autism Speaks to repay the community. Aspyn made the personal choice to quit the show. The constant public attention that is part of becoming a reality television star has never seemed to pique her interest. However, her post-show life has been noteworthy in its own right. Even though she is not present in Sister Wives, she still keeps up with the overall family life by showing up to family events and milestones. The future in Kody's questionable grandparenting role. Fans are looking forward to seeing what role Kody will have in this new era, as Aspyn is now pregnant with her first child. Although the family's matriarch has been present at various of his children's milestone events, it remains to be seen whether Kody will have a chance to become a grandfather as some might hope. It is uncertain how much influence Kody will exert considering the tense relationships in the Brown family, especially with his adult children's children. Whether Kody will be actively involved in the life of his prospective grandson has not yet been confirmed. Like several of his other children, his connection with Aspyn is still complex. Nonetheless, this is a positive and exciting time in Aspyn's life since it ushers in a new Brown family generation. A fresh start for Aspyn and Mitch. This pregnancy is more of a new beginning than the delivery of a baby. They are building their future together along with preparing to be parents. Amidst the family's ongoing struggles, it is a moment of anticipation and optimism for most Sister Wives fans. The fans will definitely keep track of the couple's life even though they can only do so online. Lots of people are rejoicing at Aspyn's transition into parenthood, even though she has chosen to keep her private life more discreet than her siblings. The upcoming birth of Aspyn's child is a joyous moment for her relatives and admirers, and her capacity to hold up under pressure while building a life outside the limelight is remarkable. The future of the Brown family. Supporters of the program are eagerly looking forward to what's next due to recent events in the life of the Brown family. There is drama ranging from the after effect of Kody's relationships with his wife, to the dynamics that have developed over time. Nonetheless, the birth of a new generation, Aspyn's baby, brings renewal and hope in the midst of tension and change. The Brown saga is clearly far from over as Aspyn and Mitch prepare to welcome their new baby into the world. Longtime fans of the Browns will get to see more as a new generation of Browns comes to life in additional chapters full of growth, healing, and change. The Brown family, famous for their complicated dynamics and struggles, have received some good and stimulating news that was unexpected. The public recently heard from Aspyn, Kody, and Christine Brown's daughter that she and her husband Mitch Thompson are having their first child together. Aspyn and Mitch's relationship has been an unusual ride. After years of shared history and mutual connection, their romance flourished, and in the summer of 2018 they married. Raised in the public eye, Aspyn had kept much of her personal life out of the spotlight, but this new era of her life, the hope of becoming a mother, is a major public milestone. Fans who have kept up with the Brown family's ups and downs are eagerly excited at the news. Although the couple hasn't yet confirmed when their baby is due, Aspyn was recently seen to peddle Mother's Day gift ideas in an interview with the Salt Lake City local news station. She glowed happily and sweetly in a white floral sundress that hugged her bulging baby belly. The interviewer couldn't help but tease her about the timing, noting how fitting it was that Aspyn, soon to become a mother herself, was suggesting gifts for moms. With long-standing fascination surrounding the lives of the Brown kids, who often opt to shun the spotlight, her pregnancy was met with enthusiasm. The connection with Aspyn and her larger family is further solidified by her own recent foray into parenthood. While she has largely steered clear of the limelight, her romantic relationships with her parents and brothers have given a glimpse into her inner life. Her father, Kody Brown, recently spoke of his attempts at reconciling with his grown-up kids, including Aspyn. Last episode, Kody retold a wonderful story about a conversation that he had with his daughter. Aspyn had come to him asking why she felt so distant from him and why their relationship seemed strained. The complexities of their relationship were laid bare by this honest time. Kody informed Aspyn that he loved her a lot, but his words also showed the pain and hardships he had endured in his own life. Kody discussed the tension of being left out in some of his relationships, particularly because his relationship with her mother Christine had affected them. Although sincere and intense, this father-daughter exchange avoided Aspyn's pregnancy. This may be due to the fact that her pregnancy might not have been filmed during the initial premiere of the show, since it is filmed months ahead. Yet what Kody said projected a desire for a relationship that was not defined only by his past encounter with his former partner Christine. This pregnancy is the start of something new in the lives of Mitch and Aspyn. Having their first child together gives them a sense of hope and renewal. Aside from being their joy, this baby will be the newest member of the Brown family. The arrival of Aspyn and Mitch's child, Kody's 8th grandchild, will introduce a new generation to the Brown family tree, one that will continue to evolve due to the strife and triumphs that have now become representative of the Brown family's history. Suicide. Something discussed within this story. The crisis and suicide lifeline are accessible by dialing 988 if you or someone you know is in a crisis. The Sister Wives fans have grown close to the cast, especially the children, over the years. The older generation was basically raised on the presence of a small screen. Fans have seen college graduates, weddings, and birthdays. Still, no one expected a fatal tragedy. While the family copes with the death of Garrison Brown, the next episode, which will be about Kody and Janelle Brown's son, will certainly be the hardest one so far. Why did Garrison Brown die? Kody and Janelle revealed the death of their son Garrison on March 5, 2024. The 25-year-old took his own life in his Flagstaff, Arizona residence. was killed by a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. The Cookino County Medical Examiner's post-mortem report stated that he took his own life. Garrison had ethanol intoxication. The study states that 0.8% is legal in Arizona, but the Sister Wives star's blood alcohol level was 307%. Anything above 0.4% is considered potentially lethal. Sadly, Garrison was found on his room floor by Gabriel Brown. Janelle and Kody both put up a message to Instagram. It stated, "Janelle and I regret to inform you of the death of our beautiful son Robert Garrison Brown. To all who knew him, he was a joy. We will be left speechless by the emptiness our loss will leave in our lives. We respectfully request that you honor our privacy and join us." Garrison had been struggling with the turmoil in his family, especially the tension between him and the father. Sister Wives Season 19 Episode 23 will be emotional. Viewers are preparing for the sadness that will take over Sunday's episode courtesy of TLC. On the upcoming Sister Wives, Janelle, Kody and the Brown family experience an unimaginable tragedy. They caption their Instagram sneak peek. The clip shows Janelle in her confessional trying to deal with the loss of her beloved child. "I do not know what occurred." She indicates that they are not certain if Janelle was in Arizona or North Carolina at the time, but I got in the car and drove. I do not remember the next few minutes. There have been a few deaths on Sister Wives, but they have not been as tragic as losing Garrison. On March 9th, 5 days after his death, his funeral took place. "Dear Robert, I had to wear formal clothes for your funeral today, and this is all I wish you would have heard before I had to let you go," his cousin revealed at the time. "We love you. Without your contagious smile, I don't even have a picture of you. I don't know how to say how much I am going to miss you." Janelle Brown is striving to make people more aware of Garrison Brown's struggle. Talking with People in September 2024, Janelle said she did not have any idea what was going on with Garrison. "We just did not know he was in that situation," the mother of 6 said, sharing that drug addiction was likely involved in his death. But he never expressed deep sadness. "He was actually very cheerful and funny. He was very excited about his career path." Janelle added in a hurry, "We should be having more conversations, particularly about men's mental health, and that there is no shame in seeking help and asking for help. He had a life. He had friends. We just didn't know. We were quite shocked by this." Janelle has tried to keep her son in mind on special occasions beyond his birthday and 1-year anniversary. "Since he died, I stay busy, but in every quiet moment you are first and foremost in my thoughts," she posted on Instagram in March 2025. "Baby, a year has passed. We actually do miss you. I actually do miss you." The Sister Wives ensemble, Janelle and Kody included, demonstrated bravery by consenting to film an episode regarding Garrison's premature demise. It will be beneficial to others who possess Garrison's emotions. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Get more updates on a daily basis. See you soon.